Hey guys, Icy here. So in this video I want to do some commentary about my Freya Baron's Cruelty build that I just released about a week ago. There'll be a link in the description so you can go check out the build video. It's only 7 minutes and I think it's pretty good, so go and check it out. So right here it's just me, Ryan. We are 2vxing. There's going to be a third guy that shows up and then a Zerg that's going to show up. So right now we're just going to be playing defensive for the most part and doing what we can. You know, I'm going to be trying to do some of the body blocking, you know, make sure I maintain those debuffs on these guys as much as I can. But there gets to a point where, you know, when you are taking pressure, like right now, I do have to pop my Resto ult, and, you know, your original game plan of maintaining those debuffs and everything kind of goes out the window a little bit, because you got to just try to fight to survive now and not fight to be offensive. So I am throwing out my CCs because that does count as some defense, but I am going to always try to prioritize, you know, make sure my radiating regeneration is up, use my ult when needed, not because I have to. Like even right now I have my permafrost available, but I'm not going to use it because we have the disadvantage. So right now we're just going to try to line of sight. And I did pop my Resto ult earlier. And right now just try to maintain my shimmering shield, because once you're going against like a big Zerg like that, you know, you can guarantee projectiles are going to hit you. So I try to maintain my shimmering shield as much as I can to get that major heroism, which will give me more ultimate. So right now I'm just going to do some figure eights around the gate here, just to line of sight, just stalling, just in case somebody might show up, who knows. And we drop. So nothing much you can do there, but just kind of stall it as much as you can. And you do want to get into a habit of line of sighting when you're getting those situations, because sometimes people will show up. So right now this is just a DC ball group. I'm not fighting them, but I just thought it would be kind of cool to just see them in action, which is pretty neat. And they're pretty interesting because they function like a train. Look at them. You know, as long as you're not on the tracks, you're pretty much going to be fine. So it's pretty good. But if you are on the tracks, then you're going to get mowed down like these guys right here. So, and I think those guys are running proc stat. So now we drop down, and now we're just going to, you know, fight these guys here. I do hit the permafrost because we are engaging, and my rule of thumb is if I'm initiating or we have the offensive, then I will use my back bar ultimate, or in this case my permafrost, and then throughout the fight I will always use Life Giver or the front bar ultimate. And right here I'm always trying to be mindful of my magicka. So I did just get a heavy attack off on my Resto staff to give me a nice chunk of return. And now, you know, when you're transitioning between fights or running up to somebody, always light attack as much as you can, because, you know, you always want to be generating ultimate, because one light attack will generate 10 ultimate or 30 ultimate over 10 seconds. So right here I'm running up to the fight, making sure I get my light attacks in. It doesn't matter whether it's on the Resto staff or the ice staff, preferably if it's on the ice staff, because it will proc the chilled, which will put the minor brittle and minor main, which you can see on that guy right there, those two status effects. And then once you catch up to him, try to hit him with the mobilize on your wall of elements, and yeah, just run him down. So I think we have a third clip coming in in about 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Come on. You know, I put these clips together and I don't even know when they end. There we go. Okay. So this clip here, you know, we're going to be fighting this DC Zerg, and, you know, the funny part is it's the Zerg, they're going to make their way up towards that tower there, mostly because they're being chased by our EP Zerg. And, you know, I only put this clip in here just to show, you know, why I prefer my healers, my supports to be tanky over like doing more damage or something like that, because, you know, the common idea is, you know, once your healer, you know, if you want to kill the group, you got to kill the healers first. And, you know, right here we're pressuring the DC in the tower, and then they're going to get a nice plague break proc and then nuke 3 of us. But because I'm so tanky, because I do have max resistances on this build, I was able to survive no problem. And because I was alive and those guys died, you know, I'm in this scenario I only care about Rotten, because, you know, it's just me and him in the duo here. So I can focus on the utility aspect, which is getting the resurrections off, which is good. And this will be like another showcase of the resurrection speed. I've only actually got 1 point in my battle resurrection, which is part of the support skill line. But right now, you know, this is a 4v3, and the DC, they do have a bunch of NPCs there, and there was a fourth guy, but we nuked him really quick. But we're about to get nuked right here. They got a nice Plague Break proc off. And now, you know, we have the disadvantage because it's a 3v3, but they have mobs. So I'm going to keep trying to focus the res the whole time, because even me trying to do the res is a form of damage mitigation for, you know, my two teammates, Grim and Lex. But while they're focused on those two guys, I'm going to just keep trying to get the reses off. And I do manage to get this one off here. And I popped my Life Giver for Grim because he was getting kind of low. And once that guy sees it safe, he's going to res up. And now, you know, we have the advantage again with a 4v3. But we still have some NPCs on the map here that can cause some trouble. But because, you know, it's a 3v3 in terms of DPS versus DPS, I'm going to go back to getting those resurrections off, because, you know, the fight, you know, I can kind of see how everyone's health bar is, and, you know, there's not a lot of pressure going on, so I can go focus on the resurrections. So I do get this one off, and I'm going to pop a Life Giver here just in case, because I think I saw, like, myself go a little bit low, and throw out some CCs. And now I'm just going to focus this, because, you know, that's going to put pressure on me, because they're going to want to focus me, which then makes it a little bit easier for my team to kill them, because they're trying to focus me, but I'm so tanky it doesn't even matter. And you can even see, like, the weird CC that's being dropped, or not CC, but like enemy dots that are being, the ground dots that are being thrown at me. That's from the NPC mage at the top there, you know, throwing down, you know, doing his business and stuff. And those guys, they have a negate, so it's very important to kill the mobs when you can. So now it's a 4v6. Another DC showed up here. And I think we do manage to get like a kill here. I'm sure. Yep, one guy just died. And, you know, get my resto off to get my magicka back up. And they got a nice Plague Break, but they weren't able to secure any kills on it with their executes. And now they're going to go into the tower here, because I think they're feeling a little bit of pressure. Oh, and because we did neutralize the flag, so they're not going to get any advantage. So, okay, that's pretty much the end of the clip here. They're just going to be tower humping, you know, for the next like 5 minutes. So I'm going to cut the clip off here, and I do have a bunch more. I got like 30 more minutes of clips, so I'm going to release those, you know, over the next couple days or whatever. And yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya.